Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Classroom of the Elite Season 3 episode number 3 reaction. Okay, the previous episode, it was the end of the training camp. So what happened was our group, we were able to pass the whole thing smoothly. We were able to look past our differences, like everyone cooperated in the end in the race. And the race, we were able to score enough points that it was above the threshold. Even Koenji cooperated by the end of it. So, like none of the boys were expelled. However, the problem that happened was a plan that Nagomu was making, which was he specifically made one of the girls group in a way so that they can vote out. What was her name? Akane, I think. Was that her name? The one who's always with Manabu, the purple-haired girl. Yeah, so that they can specifically vote him out so that he could lower Manabu's, morale in that way. So, and they did it. And Manabu had to spend a lot of points to get her back. And obviously, since their group is like giving like all the points, the damage that they got was a lot compared to Nagomu, because Nagomu's whole class 2 is with him. So the damage was a lot less. They were able to bring back that girl with points from each and every student. So now I'm guessing Manavu's is going to go down from class A to like a B or something. I'm not really sure. That's what it seemed like it's going to happen. So yeah, that was his ultimate plan, and he succeeded in that. So it ended over there. So let's see what happens in today's episode. Episode number 3. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. We never forget what we endeavor to forget. Hmm. We never forget what we endeavor to forget. Okay? Ichinose. Hmm. Oh, is coming in contact with her. Yeah. Okay. Ah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. He said. She said that. She said that she's going to. Okay. Hmm. Bruh. All right. She went to him and she's like, "Yeah, I'm going to bring her down." Okay. Okay. What? Yeah. What is she doing? Right. Oh. So she said, okay. So she brought that up in front of it. Okay. Yeah. Bro, these guys are just. Oh boy. Really? Like, bro. Yeah, you're too excited. Just calm down. Oh my god, she's here. What the hell? Ah. What? Yeah. Oh no. he's he's probably going to be her porn or something. I don't know. You look at her face. Mm. Yeah, it is impossible. The probably. Yeah. But yeah, exactly. Ah! Yeah, but it is the truth. Okay. Yeah, he kills everyone with cringe. That's his power. Oh boy. You put. Yeah. Uh, really, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh, unlist what? Who? Wait, who's this? Oh, that girl. I remember her talking to Ichinose. Oh my god, here we go. That is true. He has had the most contact with him personally. Yeah, I don't think he's supposed to know that. True. Um, okay. Well, damn, he actually answered that. Hmm. Okay, what is happening here? Is he actually giving her advice? What the hell? Right. But yeah. Okay. Mm. Hmm. Oh, this girl. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I guess they are acquaintances. Wow. Hmm. Oh, so she called him. Probably like something something related to. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Is this what Sakayanagi is doing? Okay. Wow. She summarized it. Wow. That's handy. Yeah. Hmm. I see. Okay. Yeah. I was also thinking, is this really what Sakayanagi is doing? Maybe. Oh. Yeah. Hmm. Well. Oh, she's directly talking with her. Okay. Oh, he's here as well. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, so she knows that. Okay. Stay silent. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, she's the one who came here. Okay. Yeah. However, yeah, I was going to say that. So working, no, but working together with them to take down class A seems a better. Yeah, but the same goes for class A as well. I was going to say that. I was just saying that. What? Okay. Hmm. Oh, she's hello? Wow, yeah. Yeah, probably. Hmm. Right. His, his voice. Okay. Ah. Oh no, something crazy is happening. Regarding Ichinose, I'm guessing, yeah? Strange letter. um, yeah, like what the? Is this really Sakanagi who's doing this? I feel like there must be. Okay, this girl is here. Kamuro Masu. Yeah. Why is she coming to? Yeah. Okay, bro. Well, obviously. Yeah, like what? Yeah, and it's ordering me to do things. Why are you asking him? What's the secret about Ichinose? Yeah. Okay. What? Oh, I was wondering why is she so fidgety? Uh, your technique was your technique was impressive. Then why do you? Oh. Hmm. Hmm. I'll make you my first friend. Okay. Interesting. Wow. Bro. Okay. Oh, I see. No, I don't think it's necessarily that. Oh, is it? Wait, so what? So she also shoplifts? Exactly. Like you might be doing this because Sakanuki told you to do it. Yeah. Right. Um. Yeah, but that's not my point. What? No. Maybe Sakanuki told her to like tell all of this to Anokoji. Okay, wait a minute. Manabu's calling. Oh my god. Great. Fantastic. Another like headache. Bro. Okay. Alright, the thing. Like her going and shoplifting and showing that to him doesn't necessarily mean that she's telling the truth. Yeah, she might be telling the truth, but maybe Sakanagi told her to say all of this to Anokoji so that, like, I don't know, to, as he said, to bring him into the fight. Like, yeah, maybe she really shoplifts, and Sakanagi told her to do that to show Anokoji that, that she's trustworthy by doing that. Okay, you know what? Let's wait. Okay, is that it? Yeah. All right. Now, this episode, a few things I have to first think about. First of all, the whole thing with Ichinose, this is one thing that I'm still not really sure about. Like it's probably because of the nature of this show. Like you are supposed to like like suspect every single character, but it's still like not registering in me in my head, and I'm not able to believe that Ichinose really is someone who's genuinely this good. I'm still like finding it hard to believe because like I said, it's probably because of the nature of this show. You know, someone who is like that nice is able to like I don't know, like it's so, what can I say? The whole situation in Class B is just so like as if it's like literally brought out from a storybook, like a fairy tale. Like what I mean by that is that Ichinose is someone who we have seen up until now who's always nice and helps everybody and everything. She's like, one of those characters in like a fairy tale who's like happy and everything and who helps everyone, that type of character. That's what it seems. The fact that this actually works and everyone in her class actually listens to her and is actually like moving along with her and like following her lead is something that seems too picture perfect. you know like the whole class B, it seems the whole situation is so picture perfect. Everyone listens to her, not listens to her I would say, but everyone like follows her lead and she leads everybody in the correct direction. She's such a nice girl, she helps everybody, she's kind and generous, all these things. So this whole thing, I'm still not able to properly like believe that this such a picture for a perfect situation is possible in an anime like this. That's why I still find it hard to kind of fully trust Ichinose. However, it genuinely seems that she, yeah, the whole rumor situation and the whole criminal situation, all those aside, as a person, like up until now, especially today's episode, it genuinely makes me think that she's actually a good person. Like like not good person in that sense, but like someone who's genuinely like who's like really like helping people out and is like a nice person overall. That's what it seems. Because I wouldn't call her a good person in that way, because everyone, I guess, in a one way or the other, I wouldn't really call them bad. Most of the characters here, yeah, there's some characters who are a little bit cunning. That's the word. But I cannot really call anyone bad in that sense. There's cunning people, there's like like students like that. So in that sense, everyone is good. They have their own thing. However, Ichinose being this picture perfect like model roles, like like roles to like model, that really is so odd in my like like whole, like like, because here's the thing, every single like leader, for example Sakayanagi, you can see she has like a certain quirk to her, which is like she's extremely smart. You can see that. You can see that in her, like whenever you look at her, whenever you listen to her talk, you can understand that, yeah, she's very smart. She usually like like she probably manipulates people in her own way, and is like making the whole class go around. Ryuen, when he was a leader, you could see his quirk was basically ruling through power. you know while our class, Ayanokoji, he's like the shadow leader, obviously. Like, he has his own way of doing it. Class B, however, it's so picture perfect. Ichinose is this nice girl who's always smiling and everything, and they're always helping each other out. That sticks out like a sore thumb. That whole thing. Class B, that whole thing. That is why I always thought up until now that there must be something up with her. She's either like acting like that deliberately, and within like within her she has like, she probably is very cunning and everything. So I thought it like that, but this episode, I don't know, it makes me genuinely feel that she really is what she seems like. There's no lies, at least like what we see of her. There isn't anything like that. Yeah, she might have a like past, like for example that whole criminal thing, and later on that whole that girl came and kind of said like implied that she used to shoplift or something like that, or something kind related to that. you know I'm not really like including those. I'm not including that, like Ayano said, like criminal doesn't really mean that you're a bad person. You have to properly understand what's going on and the whole situation behind it, so that, so I have to at least think now that, yeah, maybe she genuinely is a nice girl, you know what she shows everyone, that is what she is. She's not really wearing any type of mask or anything. Because a few things in this episode kind of made me think about that. For example, in the beginning section, you see Nichirose kind of narrates something. She says, I've never thought of myself as a good person or a bad person. Um, since arriving at this school, I'd sworn I'd face whatever came at me head on. This monologue, I'm guessing that's a monologue. This monologue is one of the reasons why I'm thinking like, okay, interesting. So if she's monologuing that about herself, someone who has a second side or like something that she's hiding, she wouldn't monologue like this. It'll be weird. That's the first thing. Another thing is that the fact that she actually talked to Ayano Koji and kind of told him about a lot of the things, like the whole Sakayanagi situation and everything. Also, the fact that she thought that Ayano Koji is actually concerned about her, that whole thing. And she, like all these things, and then also the fact that she's like, okay, let all of this like go down. I don't want to involve you guys in this situation. All these things like collectively, after watching today's episode, yeah, I think I have to accept that she is what she shows to everyone. That happy, that nice girl, like exterior that she shows is probably what she has within her as well. you know because yeah, up until today, I genuinely had a hard time believing that she is genuinely someone, like whatever she shows to everyone, she's genuinely like that inside. I had a hard time believing that, again, because it's so picture perfect. Class B, it's like it's like a classroom from a shonen anime. Like everyone's working together, friendship power, yay, that kind of thing. In a show like this, I'm like, this is something is going on in that class, and Ichiro is probably the mastermind behind that. But no, it probably is not. It's probably not like that. She genuinely is what she is. There's no hidden side. But still, like the thing. Oh, I guess I was going to say like Sakayanagi kind of implied that she has a hidden side. I think she was probably implying that by hidden side she probably meant like like her the like she shoplifted or something like that. Maybe that was what she meant by hidden side. Not really sure, but yeah, that's what this is. Now, a few other things in this episode. First of all, another thing I'm finding it very hard to believe is that Sakayanagi would do something so directly. Like, whatever Sakayanagi does, I don't know, it seems like she's someone who would play everything in a very subtle way. If she's the one who's spreading the rumor, okay, I guess, or she's making other people spread the rumor. The fact that she actually put that, that parchment of paper written that Ichinose is a criminal into everyone's like locker, or she's making other people do that, is something I feel like this is something too direct. Either that's just a distraction for something else and she has some other plan, that like that parchment of paper that she put in everyone's like locker, saying that Ichinose is a criminal. Either that whole thing is a distraction for some other goal that she has, because I don't see her doing that in a genuine sense, like, because it's too direct. I don't know, I feel like she wouldn't do something so directly. She doesn't seem like someone who's going to do something so directly, like directly trying to spread rumors like her, like about her like that. She's way smarter than that, in my opinion. Because this is the thing. If she genuinely wanted to spread rumors about her, she wouldn't do it like this, because this way, deliberately showing everyone that, like, like doing it in such a direct way, will make other people sympathize with her. You see how everyone in class B, they're like, oh, I know this is like someone's harassing you, this and that, like, let's go to the teacher. Nobody's believing these rumors, at least her close friends, her class, nobody's believing it. So if Sakanagi's goal was truly to badmouth her in this way and make her class lose their trust in her, she wouldn't do it so directly, because the fact that she's doing so directly is making the class, obviously the class is not believing it. So that's what I'm thinking. If this was genuinely her goal, she wouldn't do it like this. So either this is a distraction for some other thing she has in plan, or someone else is doing this. It's not Sakanagi. Either of this. Either this is just a distraction, that is why Sakanagi told whoever, her lackeys maybe, to do this, so that everyone's distracted with this, and she like she does something else, and she strikes from somewhere else. Either that, or someone else is doing this. It's not Sakanagi, it's someone else making it seem as if Sakanagi is doing it. Either of it. So I don't know how much, like, which one is true, or maybe both of them are wrong. Maybe there's something else going on. But this is what I think, at least. I might be wrong, but let's wait and see. Also, there's a high possibility. I was going to say there's a high possibility that Ichinose is doing this herself, the whole criminal thing, at least. But then again, after watching this episode, I don't think that's what, she will do something like that. Because again, like I said, she seems genuinely like an actually a nice person, and I don't see her bad mouthing and destroying her own reputation to, I don't know, do something like this. Because again, like, like, I don't think that's the case. I don't think this is any kind of big brain play or anything. Like, like the plot twist at the end, something like, oh, it was Ichinose who actually was spreading the rumors, something like that, some kind of plot twist like that. I don't think it's something like that is going to happen. I genuinely don't think she's doing this. She genuinely seems concerned about this whole situation, and but then again, yeah. Anyways, you know what? Let's wait. I'm sure we'll get our answers. Also, another thing, that guy, what's his name? That guy who Sakanagi, like, like, came to the class and she was like, oh, can I talk to you? Again, something's up with that whole situation as well. I'm guessing she probably told him to do something. Maybe, I don't know. Again, let's wait and see, because that was also another thing that happened in today's episode, that she took him and went like to the side, probably, I don't know, to maybe orchestrate this whole thing, right? Anyways, that's that. Now, okay, another thing, a few other things. This is like a lot of things. I feel like, wait a minute, how did Sakanagi know about this? How did she know about the secret of Ichinose? Yeah, like, that's the question. How did she? Okay, you know what? Let me go to that section. Where's that part? Where that girl, the girl who came to Ayanokoji, like the girl who was talking about shoplifting. She says something related to I cannot find that. Where is that part? Okay, I was a habitual shoplifter. Was okay. I don't have time for that. Okay, here we go. Ichinose's secret is the same as mine. Okay, wait a minute. Let me go back a little bit more. Okay, that is why you came to me? Yes. It says Ichino's secret is the same as mine. Okay. She has a history of shoplifting, despite what a queen bee she is. Okay, so yeah, so she actually confirms it. Like I was like maybe like something, not shoplifting, maybe something related to, no. She actually confirms it here. So she is like, that's like her criminal past, that is shoplifting. Okay, interesting. So that is the whole criminal. All right. Now, here's the thing. How did she know about it? Maybe did Ichin. Now here's the thing. Ichinose obviously wouldn't really say this. Will keep this under, like keep this whole thing a secret. Whoever knows about her past, like it seems like Sakanagi knows about this past. This girl knows about that past, and that's why he came to Ayanokoji to talk to him. So yeah, someone who knows about her past must be doing it. All right, you know what? Let me just stop trying to figure things out because I feel like, like it's not going to help. Because the anime like skips a lot of things, so I feel like maybe a few of the clues that were supposed to give her, maybe half of them were probably skipped. So let me just stop trying to rack my brains, trying to think about what's happening here. Because yeah, obviously all the answers will eventually be revealed. But that's okay. So let's think about it. A few things obviously has been established. Number one, Ichinose has a secret. That secret is something related to shoplifting. This number one. Number two, Sakanagi wants to bring down Ichinose, and she has made that clear to Nagomu, Ayanokoji as well. Number three, Sakanagi brought that guy outside, probably to tell him something, or something weird is going on over there, probably using him as a pawn towards her goal. Number four, rumors have started after that about Ichinose. Number five, it escalated when the parchment of paper was found, where it was written that Ichinose is a criminal. So all these things. Now, conclusions we can draw from this. Obviously, Sakanagi is the biggest and the most obvious conclusion that I'm guessing everyone will think about. Sakanagi is doing it. Not only us as audience, everyone there will also think about it. So that's number one. Number two, this is a possibility, but if it is Sakanagi who's doing this, I doubt she's doing this to directly tarnish her reputation, because if she wanted to tarnish her reputation, she wouldn't do it this openly. She would probably think of some other plan to tarnish her reputation, because doing it so openly is not making it's not really tarnishing her reputation or anything like that. Yeah, it is tarnishing her reputation, but she has her close friends and nobody's believing her. So I feel like if she genuinely wanted to crush her in that way, she would do it in some other way to make even her classmates turn on her. Since that hasn't happened and the reverse is happening, the classmates are getting more supportive of her, I don't think this is her goal. So if this is not her goal, why is this happening? Either she's using this as a bait to strike for somewhere else, making other people focus on this so that she can strike from somewhere else, or someone else is spreading this rumor. It's not Sakanagi. She's making it seem as if she's the one spreading the rumors, but it's someone else. All these speculations. Yeah. So let's wait and see. Maybe maybe I'm wrong, or maybe there's more to this whole thing. Also, it's also kind of like this is the thing. I cannot trust anyone in this show. This girl, the girl who's talks about shoplifting, she comes in suddenly, barges into Ayanokoji's room and starts talking to her. Number one, why the hell is she talking to Ayanokoji? That's the first question. Unless and until Sakanagi told her that Ayanokoji is someone who you should keep an eye on, unless and until something like that happened, why is she even coming and talking to him? That's number one question. Number two, she said something like, when Anukoji is like, oh, why should I believe you? Like maybe you're trying to draw me into this. Where's that part? I'm going to read that section. Here we go. Why me? And she says, I don't have anyone to confide in. And here I guess she does answer a question here. The reason why she came to Anukoji, because Sakanagi is. Oh, I see. So since Sakanagi is worried about him the most, she decided to come and talk to Anukoji. Okay, I see. Okay, you know what? Understandable. I can understand that. But that still doesn't clear up the suspicion. Here we go. That's what Anukoji says. I still cannot trust you. Why not? I could imagine Sakanagi choosing to sacrifice you to draw me into the fight. Okay, so when he says that, she's like, alright, you know what? I'm going to prove this to you. Okay. She goes and shoplifts. And Anukoji looks at it, and Anukoji's like, okay, seems genuine. It seems like you actually shoplifted. Right, and it's not something that a student like me could buy. Yeah, makes sense. It's not as if she bought it because she cannot buy it. She's underage. Anukoji's like, I suppose I have to believe you. Okay, here's my question. Why? This doesn't prove anything. It could be Sakanagi told her that, oh, you know what? You go to Anukoji and tell him all of this. What I'm telling you. Tell him to give him a false sense of security or whatever, or something like that. That, yeah, you are trustable. If he doesn't trust you, go and shoplift and, bring it to Anukoji. It could be, this whole thing could be Sakanagi's plan. Why is Anukoji trusting her? Or maybe he's not. Maybe he's just acting as if he's trusting her. I don't know. Maybe that's what's happening. Because it's weird. Like I said, this doesn't prove anything. Yeah, obviously you shoplifted. Okay, I guess. However, what does that prove? It could be that Sakanagi told you to do all of this. So I don't know. I don't think that proved anything, or maybe I'm missing something. Because yeah, Sakanagi could easily tell her that, you know what, I need to bring Anukoji into this whole fight. So you do this, and if he doesn't believe you, just shoplift and show him that, yeah, you're the genuine. You're actually not lying. Maybe this whole thing in itself is Sakanagi's plan. And because it is pretty obvious, as she said, that Sakanagi has full control over her. So maybe this whole thing in itself is Sakanagi's plan, and she's the one who told her to do all of this. But anyways, yeah, right. Also, in the end, another concerning information we got to know from Manabu, Kushida is in contact with Nagumo. Good girl, this girl needs to go, man. Like, really. What is, like, she's that one, like that one, I don't know, like what what analogy can I use? What? Nothing's coming to my head. But she's that one little, like, like a problem, which is always sticking its head out, making trouble for you. And you try to, like, keep it in its place, but she's not listening. She's not listening. And she has always, like, obviously her main goal is to make Anukoji and Horikita, like, expel them. That's her goal, obviously. So she's doing all of this. And it's her, like, the situation. That's why I'm saying, like, we need to deal with this girl, Kushida. She is just, like just that parasite. Like, just in our group, just, like, just there, making trouble for us. And we cannot take it out. That kind of thing. So, good God. Okay. So that is this whole thing. Yeah, you know what? Like I said, watching this whole episode, there's one thing that I'm feeling quite odd. That is Sakanagi acting this directly. And this boldly in front of everybody. It's as if she's directly declaring war on Ichinose. And she's like, oh, like, I'm going to bring you down. And not only like she's not doing it discreetly, she's literally telling everybody that I'm going to bring her down. Why is there a need to do that? You know, because this is the type of thing someone who's very prideful or very, like, what can I say? Like, very brash type of personality, someone like that is going to do something like that, like, oh, I'm declaring war on you, I'm going to get it. Like, this is something like this is something that, what can I say, this is something that Ruin would do, like declare in front of everyone, oh, I'm declaring war on you, let's go, like, I'm going to bring you down, and then do that. This is something someone like Ruin would do. I cannot imagine Sakuranagi declaring war like this and telling a lot of the people. For example, she told Ayanokoji, she told Nagumo about this, and then like, and a lot of people also knows that she's the one who's targeting her. She would do something this, like, like this, to, I don't know. It doesn't seem like something that she would do. So something else is going on. I feel like it. You know what? Maybe not. Maybe I'm making it extra complicated. But let's wait. But that's the thing, like, this show, I always overcomplicate things because that's what this show is about. This show is about overcomplicating things. I cannot trust anyone. Anyone I see, I'm like, oh, you look suspicious. even if that person is probably like the nicest person there. I cannot trust anyone. Like, these characters here are just crazy. Everyone has something in, like, like they're trying to do sneakily. Good God. Right. Okay, so that was this episode. Let's see where this goes. And that is also the reason why it, like I said, I'm still not sure if Ichinose is really, like, like that nice. But if she is genuinely this nice and genuinely, like, doesn't have like an other side, and she is, like, as nice as we see her on camera, on screen, then the reason why it took me so long to at least trust her is because this show is not like that. You don't see characters like this in this show. Like I said, her and Class B is picture perfect. It seems like some kind of a fairy tale, like how everyone is helping together and they're moving together, like, and like hand in hand, like that kind of thing. Like, it looks like some kind of a like a shonen show, like, like Friendship Power or something, that kind of thing. It's so, like, so odd in a show like this. That's why I never trusted her. But maybe like, I was overcomplicating things. Maybe she's what she seems like. Maybe that's how she is, and I was just, like, not trusting her. But you know what? Let's wait for the next episode. Hopefully we get a few of our answers. But there you go. This is the beginning of something new. So let's see how this goes. Okay, that was my overall impressions on this episode. Now I'm going to talk about this episode scene by scene. Let me look at everything. Let me see if I've missed something. First section, we get to see here Ichinose's monologue, that one section. Like I said, this is the one section that made me think, yeah, maybe she genuinely is what she is, like, because someone, if she really had like a hidden side, or she's like tricking everybody, putting on a mask, she wouldn't monologue like this. Nobody monologues like this, if they have something to hide. So there you go. Okay, one thing. Okay, here's one thing that I've kind of missed. This girl, the girl who shoplifts, I forgot her name. So she is doing something on her phone. Before we get to the scene of Sakuranagi talking to Nagumo. Okay, so Nagumo's like, oh, why are you here? Tell me. And she's like, I'm here to talk about Ichinose. I'm about to mount an there you go. Like, why would she do this? It seems so weird. If she genuinely wanted to bring her down, why would she, like, proclaim it to everybody? It doesn't seem like something that she would do, who knows you know what, anyways. um so she says that it could potentially result in her expulsion. If it does, I beg your forbearance. And Nagamu's like, oh, I told you to not escalate beyond bullying. And she's like, I was going to go a bit more extreme. I was hoping to keep her, okay. I was hoping to keep her for my amusement. And she was like, we must always account for the unexpected. I love how she just claps back every time. She's like, oh, I literally don't care about what you think. This is what I'm going to do, and I just told you that. There you go. And Nagamu's just, no. Okay, so that was the first scene. Next, we get to see, right. What's her name? Kay, wasn't it? Yeah. She has told everyone that she has broken up with Hirata, and like everyone's making a fuss of it. This guy comes in. Hirata comes in, and everyone's like, "Hey, Hirata," like. And then this dude, what's his name? I don't remember his name. Whatever his name is. Okay, this guy is so out of the place in this show. He's like that one harem, harem anime's main character's friend type of character who's always butting their head into situations that he has no reason to butt his head into. That kind of character. You see every single harem anime have a character like this. Especially the main character's friend, who's always poking their nose into everything. And that's him. I'm like, well, why is she here? Aren't you in a different? Or maybe that, again, like I said, I don't trust anyone in this show. Maybe that's just his pretense. Maybe he's like, I don't know, like a someone who's like hiding his true intentions or something. Yeah, I don't trust anyone in this show. Actually. Anyways, so he's like, oh, like I heard that Karizawa dumped you, ha ha ha. And yeah, Hirata's like, yeah. Now, while all of this is happening, Sakanagi comes in and she's like, oh, I would like to talk to, what's his name? Okay, wait a minute. Yamauchi, there you go, that's his name. Haruki-kun. Yamauchi Haruki-kun. And she's like, oh, I have a little bit of a secret to tell you. Come to the site. And he's like, yeah, it's my time. That's what happened, obviously. Horikita was obviously like, stop there, don't do that, that's a trap. And he's like, I don't care. And he does say that, don't worry, I won't reveal any sensitive info, but you know what, I don't trust that. Okay. So, after that, Ayano and his group, what's his name? Oh my god, I forgot his name. The glasses kid. What's his name? Oh my god. There's so many characters in this show, I sometimes forget the name. It's something with Y. Yukimura. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh. Ayano Yukimura, Sakura, and this other girl, I forgot. Again, I also forgot her name. They're the group, and they're talking about stuff. And she talks about Kei and Hirata, breaking up, and she's like, oh, I always thought that Hirata and Kei doesn't really match, because Hirata always seems like someone who would go for someone who's quiet and someone like that, not someone like Kei. Anyways, Yukimura's like, oh, I don't care, let's study. Okay, here's one thing. I think I forgot this part. Someone messaged him. I completely forgot about this. Sender unlisted. Okay. So, that was her, this girl. What's her name? Mi-chan, I think, something like that. Yeah, there you go. So she's like, oh, I want to ask you about Hirata. And she asks Anakuji a lot of questions about Hirata and, about him breaking up with Kei and everything. And Anakuji genuinely, gives her advice. He's like, you know what? Maybe not now. you know, yeah, did break up, so I don't think you should actually, yeah, go for it. But, not now. Just don't do it now. Okay. And she's like, oh, I had a wrong idea about you. I thought you were scary, but you're actually genuinely listening to me. And then in comes, I think her name is Hyori, and she also comes in. Anukoji doesn't really let Hyori know what the conversation they were having. He kind of sidetracked the conversation that she didn't know that she's asking about Hirata. Okay, there you go. That whole thing that went. Okay, now, okay, Hirata, right. One thing I'm thinking. No, I doubt that. I was going to say maybe Hirata breaking up with Kei. Maybe that also has some implication, some kind of a influence on whatever's happening with the rumors. Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. Anyways, okay. Now, later on, Horikita calls Anukoji and talks to him about all the rumors. And Anukoji is like, what rumors? And yeah, and she summarized everything and gives it to Anukoji. Now, okay, one thing Horikita says, which is also something I agree. She says Kansake-kun and the others from Class B think that the rumors originate from Class A. Sakayanagi or Katsuragi then, she says it seems far too obvious for them. There you go. This is what I'm saying. This is so obvious. If this is really Sakayanagi doing it, why is she making it so obvious for everyone? If this is genuinely her plan, that's why I'm saying this is probably like a bait plan to strike from somewhere else. This is distracting them from something else that is going to happen. I genuinely, yeah, I believe when she says that she plans on expelling Ichinose, but I don't think this is how she plans on expelling her. She's probably going to strike from somewhere else when everyone's busy with this. Okay, Anukoji says, what if we assume there's some truth to the rumor? Even if the rest were made up, that would greatly add to the plausibility, which is obviously she actually is, has a past. We get to know that later. What, there is actually truth to it, a little bit at least. The whole shoplifting part. Anyways, so here Horikita was like, oh, should we go and, do something about this? And Anukoji is like, no, just stay. Don't do anything. Let's not get ourselves involved in this. So Horikita thinks about it and then gets involved in it either way. She calls Ichinose, goes to her, calls her here in her room, brings Anukoji here as well, and they have a conversation. So she asks her about what's going on, what does she think about it, and Ichinose says that I think it is Sakayanagi. She declared war on me. There you go. Class has determined B to be threat of worthy of destroying and it's harming you by spreading baseless rumors about you. He says, I'm not sure about that. I think it should be up to, okay, all that stuff. So she says her plan is to let this all go down, does not interfere in it. This will also prevent collateral damage to Class B and Class C. So when Horikita is like, let's work together, she's like, no, please do not get involved in this. And she's like, we're fine, everything will go okay. Right. Now, what's interesting? I also had my thought process is also same as Horikita. when Ayanokoji was like, "Oh, we shouldn't do this," like Class A is going to put their eyes on us as well. So let's just wait for Class A to take out Class B, and then we can put our eyes on Class A. When he said that, I was like, can we not do the reverse? Can we not team up with Class B and then get Class A and then go against each other? I was like, couldn't we do that? Like, this seems like a better option because Class A is strong, obviously, way stronger than Class B and Class C. So it makes sense for two weaker group to band together to get out the strong top contender, and then we fight against each other. A takes out B, then we have to go against A. So instead of going against A alongside B, taking out A and then going against B, wouldn't that be more beneficial or more, I don't know, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Horikita says the same thing. Okay, here we go. Right, okay, here's the part where she says this. We'll eventually have to fight and defeat her regardless. Here we go. Horikita says we have a common enemy right now. We can take down Class A and then duke it out with Class A. This is exactly what I was thinking. I was literally thinking that. And he says that is pure idealism. Okay, pure. What's wrong in that? Like, does the job? If it does the job, maybe Ayanokoji is thinking like it's not going to work like that easily. Teaming together with Class B to take out Class A. Oh, I see. I think I understand the reason why he said that we should wait for them to take out Class B, because I think Ayanokoji understands that what Sakanagi is trying to do is that so that Ayanokoji joins in with Class B and goes, like, she's trying to drag him into this fight. And I think Ayanokoji wants to avoid that. That is why he said, like, yeah, we won't associate us with Class B. Because if Class B and Class C bands together to fight against Class A, he will have to get involved in this. And he doesn't want that. That is why he's like, oh, let's wait for Class A to take out Class B, and then, we'll, cross that bridge. Maybe that's why he's, I don't know. Anyways. So he goes out, and here Ichinose is waiting, and Ichinose is like, come, we have to talk. I have a few things to talk about you. And she says, like, you know what? There's a few rumors that are, I think. Okay, she says, I'm sorry. It seems these rumors have made you worried about me. There you go. So Ichinose is thinking that Ayanokoji and Horikita, obviously, Horikita definitely was concerned about her. However, Ayanokoji came here because Horikita called him. Ayanokoji's plan was to not get involved in this. So Ichinose doesn't know that Ayanokoji is here. So that's why Ichinose thought that Ayanokoji is here because he's also concerned about her. That's why she said that. Okay, so she's like, just ignore this and everything will be fine. And then later on, she's like, yeah, thanks for listening. That's it. Goodbye. There you go. Don't get too much concerned about this. Later on, someone calls Ayanokoji. Okay, this part. Right, another interesting thing. He says, who is this? Talk or I'm hanging up. Ayanokoji Kiyotaka. This voice, where have I heard this voice? I don't know, that tone of voice. I'm trying to think, is there anyone with that tone of voice? No, you know what? I'm not really. Nothing's coming to my head. Anyways, someone called him and just said his name. There you go. Right. Now, next day, we get to see things have gone crazier. Someone has started circulating, like parchment of paper where it's written, Ichinose is a criminal. So, like I said, everyone is like, "Oh, let's go to the teacher. You're the victim here." And she's like, "Oh, this is no problem. I don't let this get to you." However, everyone's like, "No, let's go to the teacher." There you go. That whole thing. Later on, Ayano meets with this girl here. Okay, this girl is too suspicious, man. First of all, she followed us. Second, she directly came to our room, inside Ayano room, sat down on his bed, and then says like, "Oh, bring me something to drink." And he's like, "Oh, tea or coffee?" And she's like, "Oh, you have cocoa? Bring that to me." What the hell? What? Why? Couldn't she talk outside? Why did she come to inside his room on the bed? You know what? Whatever. I don't know. Like I said, that's why I was like, this girl is too suspicious, man. What's going on? What is she doing? Because it's like I offered her two choices, she came up with a third one. Interesting. Right. So here they start talking. Okay. He's like, why is a class A? He's like, why is a class A student in my room? This is suspicious. And she's like, you're not at all like your. Oh, okay. So she's like, you're not. Oh, I see, I see. So she's like, yeah, I have basic trust in you, that kind of thing. But still, who does that? Why are you coming into his room and sitting on his bed? You don't even know him. Like, what? Okay, these characters here in this show are just crazy. You know, like, what the hell? Why? Why? I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, she talks about Ichinose, asks him about what's going on, what do you think about it? And she says that Sakanagi knows a secret about Ichinose. Just so you know, Sakanagi doesn't know I'm here talking to you about this. She'd get angry if she knew. And then she's like, I'm going to tell you what is the secret. And then she's like, before that, I have to tell you why Sakanagi works me so hard. So she talks about how Sakanagi, saw her shoplifting, and she's like, that's why she's working for her now. You know. She says, I was a habitual shoplifter, and now I have too much on my plate to do anything like that. And then she's like, Ichinose is someone who has a similar secret to me. So she has a history of shoplifting. That is what, the letter, the parchment of paper meant by writing criminal. So, okay, so she's like, yeah. And Ayano is like, why are you telling me this? And she says, like, her logic is that since Sakanagi is concerned about you, I thought you must be the trump card here. That is why I came to you to talk about this. Okay, understandable. And then Ayano is like, I'm not going to trust you, because maybe she's going to use you as a sacrificial pawn to drag me into this fight. So she's like, all right, I'll prove it to you. Goes out, shoplifts, and she's like, here we go. And Anuku's like, all right, I'll trust you. Okay, this part is the part where I am like, why? This doesn't prove anything. Sakanagi could be the one who has told her to do this thing. Maybe Sakanagi is the one who told her that, you know what, if Anakuji doesn't believe you, go and shoplift. This is not proving anything. I don't know why. Again, maybe this is just Anakuji acting to trust her when he's not really trusting her. Who knows? Anyways, and then she's like, all right, see you later. And Anakuji gives back the beer to her. There you go. And then Manabu calls him and says like Kushida has made contact with Nagumo. And that's where it ended. So there you go. That was this episode. Yeah, quite a few things happened. There's a few speculations I have. Maybe they're all wrong. Maybe I'm correct about something. Who knows? But let's wait for the next episode and see which direction this takes. that is it. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. That's my reaction to episode 3 of Classroom of the Elite season 3. I'll see you guys next week with another episode. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.